Welcome back to Moonlight Walks. So last time we are going to a library to search more on ghosts, I think. I poured through every book they had in occult, ghosts, magic, witchcraft, things like that. I read 2 or 3 books a day. When I finished the few books on that island's library I had them order more from the mainland. I got to the point where most of the librarians knew me by name and knew me by the reputation as a college guy obsessed with the occult. The thing with these books was while most of the content was made up, deep on the surface some contained a small grain of truth. The only way I could figure it out was to read everything I could on the subject and figure out what it all had in common. On the night of the next full moon, I was ready to put what I had into practice. I returned to the spot where we met on the first 2 nights and watched the ocean waves slowly roll in. Mary was there waiting for me. You came back. I wasn't going to leave you alone after all that. She doesn't say anything to this. So what are we going to do tonight? Usually I spend the nights walking around the island like we did other nights. I see. So may I escort you? Of course. She grabbed my arm and we started off on our customary journey around the island. We didn't talk as much this time. We didn't need to. Just being in each other's presence was enough. The chill in the air contrasted with the warmth of her skin. It's weird because ghosts are usually not warm, I think. Who would have thought the ghosts would be warm? There you go. We have few short conversations to pass the time. Most of the we walked in silence. The events of the last time weighed heavily on us, as if we're both waiting for the other shoe to drop. I've never heard that term before. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore and came right out and asked her the question I needed to. Mary, is there something you regret never being able to do? The key insight, the kernel of truth I discovered in all the books was learning that make ghosts is regret. What do you mean? I don't know, is there something you wanted to do but never be able to do? She thought about this for a while. Finally she responded in a barely audible whisper. I wanted to be a bride. I knew it. I had to come up with a list of things Mary could possibly regret, and this was the top of the list. She said her dream was to get married. Heck, her dresses even looked like a wedding dress. I knew that if I loved her, the only thing I could do, so I got down on one knee and said, Mary Harper, will you marry me? She was stunned by this and stood there for a few seconds saying nothing. Finally she spoke. Are you sure? Are you sure you want to marry me? The most sure I've ever been. Is he actually really that sure? Then yes. Oh, wow. I got up and we embraced, but she's still a little confused. But how can we do it? Oh, we thought go out at night, and I don't think any minister would marry off a ghost. Don't worry, we have a common law marriage. Common law? As long as we say we're married and make vows to each other, it counts. Is that true? Really? So when can we get married? If you're ready, we could do it right now. I am. Let's do this. I pulled out the back pocket of a sheet containing wedding vows that I had prepared. I changed my voice to sound as if I was some sort of minister and began reading. Me speaking as minister. Ooh. Do you take this woman to be your wedded wife? Oh, I wish I could do right. Princess Bride. Wedded wife. You have to hold from this day forward, for the better, for the worse, for the richer, for the poorer, in sickness or in health, as long as you both exist. And I know her voice responded. I do. That's not vows, is it? I turned to Mary and repeated the vow for her. To go, take this man, to be your wedded husband, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness or in health, as long as you both exist. I do. We stood there for a second before I finally continued. Well, that's it. We're married. All that's left is a kiss. She came close to me and we embraced. Closed my eyes, waiting for her lips. Thank you. I heard her whisper and felt her warmth for lips as they touched mine. Then I felt nothing but the cool night air. When I opened my eyes, I was alone. Ew. My granddaughter's interruption stopped my telling of the story. You kissed someone who wasn't grandma. You married someone who wasn't grandma. Well, that was before I met your grandmother. In fact, that's how I first met your grandmother. She was working as an intern at the library. And after that, I never saw Mary again. She seems unconvinced. Was that really a true story? Yeah, my word. She thinks about it for a few seconds before replying. I don't believe you. Tell me another story. Not tonight. It's after bedtime. But, ooh. No buts. It's time to get to sleep. I turned off the lights so that she could finally go to bed. It didn't seem then my granddaughter would stay up all night and never go to sleep. My granddaughter, Mary, whose name I suggested to my son-in-law while we were waiting in the hospital. My granddaughter named for the girl I'd married for a few moments to Moonlight Beach long ago. Did you just have a boy? Ending 3, married for moments. Is that like the good ending? Okay, let's take a second to look up some of these endings. Huh. Okay. So it looks like let me try this again. Um I'm pretty sure. Okay. Alright. Are you guys ready? It's this one. I thought this one would just end right there, but it looks like for ending 4 it isn't. Once later I returned to the beach. This time Mary was waiting for me. Hey, welcome back. I suppose you have a few questions to ask me. Everyone always does. Not me. Just stopped in our tracks. You don't have any questions? Doesn't it matter to you what I am? What you are? Or what do you mean? You know, a ghost. That's not what you are to me. To me, you're a girl I want to be with, the girl that I love. Beyond that, it doesn't matter if you're a ghost or if I'm a wonder girl. All of that's unimportant. What matters is that you're you, and I'm me. You're you and I'm me, and that we're together. With this, I started to walking down the beach. She must have been too stunned to move. She stood in one place for a while. Finally, I turned to her and asked, "Are you coming?" "Yes," she cried out in response and started running after me. Together we set off on another moonlight walk down the beach. From that night on, we spent every full moon together. I went away to college, but I would always find time to drive down to the island to spend our night together. My first job was on the mainland, right across from the island. I would schedule my days off to ensure that I had enough time to get to the beach before Mary appeared. Eventually, I saved enough money to buy a house on the beach near where we first met. I started a software consulting business out of my house. It pays the bills and then some. But the important part is I could always take time around the full moon. I never missed a night. I would be there in the clear weather, in the rain, once even snowed, and once I had to make my way through a hurricane. Mary once said that it was nice to live a life where you could do what you want. Well, I knew what I wanted. That was to spend my life with her. Together we celebrated my birthday 70 times and twice hers. And hers twice. We never missed a night together. Never, that is, until the night. I'm dying. It's not as bad as it sounds. I'm 88 and guess it's just my time. My heart is giving out and I've told the doctors not to do anything when it goes. Do you have any regrets? Not really. Some people might think I would regret now I've gotten married and having children. But for me, Mary is enough, even if we never actually got married. Besides, I used the money I made in my business to put my sister's children and grandchildren through school, and there's enough left that they'll all have a nice inheritance. I'll leave the rest to charity. I think that taking care of my family and the world is as good as a contribution to my posterity as any. There is one thing I do regret, is that I kept seeing Mary for one last time tonight. In the night of the full moon, I'm stuck in the hospital bed, too weak to move on my own. The end is near. I sense the world outside myself grows dim, and I focus more and more on my body as it starts to give out. I feel my heartbeat growing fainter and fainter. Beat, beat. Finally, it stops entirely, and I realize the end is upon me. I was ready to face it alone, but now I realize I don't have to. Mary is standing here with me. I don't know why or how, but I do know that she's here. What matters is that we're together. The world's gone white, and I feel the years leaving me. Now all I can see is Mary. For some reason, she begins walking away from me. After a few seconds, she turns back and asks, "Are you coming?" I run to her and somehow grab her hand. Together, we step into the light. Together into light. Huh. How I feel. Um, I like both endings. I think for different reasons. Because I like that he sets her free. Because this one's kind of ambiguous, like if they just stay on the island for eternity, but I mean, is that bad if you get to be with the person you love? You know? I'm not sure. Or if they actually go to heaven together. Or is it bad that he got set free? She got set free, like, it would be bad if he actually didn't want to marry her because she's like, I knew it, and it's almost like he did that just to kind of get rid of her in some way. Maybe I like this ending more a little bit. Because he did what he wanted in life to keep her, and then he still got to see her. I don't know. You guys could tell me what you think. Thank you so much, for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye!